Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther and I talk about all things books, bookish content, and a bookish life. Today's video is going to be a fun one because we are going to Barnes & Noble's to see how much $40 gets you from Barnes & Noble's. I did this video with Marshall's. Barnes & Noble's is a full retail bookstore. So unless you're having a specified sale, you really don't save on books in a sense, unless you have like the premium membership. But I don't have a premium membership, so we'll see what we can get with $40. With that being said, let's get this video started.
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up. Back from Barnes & Noble. So overwhelming because like when I go to Marshall's, like it's a smaller section, right, compared to the whole store. So you really have all the books that they offer you in one section, whereas Barnes & Noble's is a bookstore, so you're surrounded by so many books and so many different genres. Every single time I walk into Barnes & Noble's, I'm like fully overwhelmed. And so I started at the beginning. I looked at the tables, the new releases, and all that jazz. And I could not for the life of me, you guys, make up my mind. Story of my life. And when I did finally make up my mind, I realized like I should try to get one off the buy one get one 50% off sale, like from the tables, because that way I can really stretch out my $40. Yeah, I ended up not being able to choose anything off the buy one get one 50% off tables. It was very selected, and a lot of the books that were, depending on the genre, like I had already, like I was either really unsure about or I was not quite convinced to buy. I walked around by the kids section and I saw that they were having buy one get one 50% off for the kids as well. And my daughter's birthday is next week on Tuesday, so I was like, you know what, why not spend these $40 buying books for my daughter, so that way I can just really try to get her into reading. That is like my number one goal with this new school year, is really trying to get my daughter back into reading, or not really back into it, like just into reading. So I decided to buy my daughter books, and that's a lot. That's pretty much what this haul is, like my daughter's birthday gift basically. I was able to snag a book for myself. Thankfully the guy at the register was so helpful, and I was able to get one of the books that I really wanted to get, so it's a win-win situation. So first of all, I'm going to show you the receipt that I spent. It was $51.32, but before I got convinced and I was like, before I was sold on everything else, the original price with what I had originally gotten was $35. So technically I would have come under budget if I just would not have sold myself on other things. Okay. I just wanted to clarify that. But I am like $10 over budget basically. So I did go a little over budget, but it's my daughter's birthday. I spoiled her. God forgive me. I'm gonna start with the books, and these are the books that I got. This is the one that I was able to purchase for myself. Everyone in the Room Will Someday Be Dead by Emily Austen. And I read the back and it just sounded like something that I would really like. It sounded something like I would really enjoy. We all have in some way, shape, or form experienced grief. So this one really drew my attention. Everyone in the Room Will Someday Be Dead. I like the cover. She also has more books. I really want to, if I really like this one, I really want to dive into her other books, just because it just sounds like something that I would enjoy. Gilda can't stop thinking about death. Desperate for relief from her anxious mind, she responds to a flyer for free therapy at a local Catholic church. But Father Jeff assumes she's there for a job interview. Caught off guard and too embarrassed to correct him, Gilda is abruptly hired to replace the recently deceased receptionist, Grace. It's not the most obvious job. She's a lesbian and an atheist for starters, and so in between trying to learn maths and conducting an amateur investigation into Grace's death, Gilda must avoid revealing the truth of her own mortifying existence. Everyone in this Room Will Someday Be Dead blends warmth, deadpan humor, and pitch-perfect observation about the human condition in this crackling exploration of what it takes to stay afloat in a world where your exploration and the exploration of those you love is the only certainty. That drew me in from the moment I read it. I was like, I want this, and I'm so glad I was able to get it because I can't wait. I'm gonna start off with the buy one get one 50% off books for my daughter. So when I went to Barnes & Noble's with her a few months ago, there was a book that she really wanted, but unfortunately it was a series and they didn't have the first book, but they did have it on the table. The House at the Edge of Magic by Amy Sparks. This is the first book in the installment, so she really, really wanted the first book, and I'm so glad that they had it on the table because hopefully when she sees this book, it will just draw her into reading it, to falling in love, and hopefully I have a reading buddy in my life. My daughter really likes this one, and it just makes her want to read part 2 and part 3. The cover is so freaking gorgeous. The illustration is amazing. I really love it. The next book I got is J.K. Rowling's The Ikabog, and it was also part of the buy one get one. I got this because it has like illustrations in the book, so hopefully those illustrations will keep my daughter's attention to want to continue reading, so that way she can kind of just discover the story. This one draws her in and as well. So while I was at the register and I saw that they had this one, the Ginghams, and this was a Barnes & Noble monthly pick for their kids. And he told me that if you were to purchase the monthly pick, that you can get any other paperback for 50% off. He's like, so if, and that could go for kids or like adults. And so I was like, I had already read the synopsis in the back and I thought that my daughter would really like it. And I was like, you know what? I'm convinced I'll get it for her because like at the end of the day, it's her birthday. So this is their monthly pick, and I think it's also, don't quote me, but I also think it's a new release. But it is The Ginghams by T.C Kemper. So I really hope my daughter likes this one as well. I just hope my daughter likes the books, gets her reading month done for August. And I am so excited to kind of just give her these books and hopefully make her fall in love with reading. So those were the books to add to the pizzazz of the book, of the gift. I bought this bookmark. I got that for her as well, so she can have her little cute bookmark. Cozy coloring. This is The Magical Mischief. It was cozy coloring little things. Compared to, I'm not gonna count the coloring books, but compared to Marshall's, I only walked out with 4 books, and Marshall's yesterday I walked out with 9. So many of them that you can see are now right there because I am overflowing with shelves. Like my shelves are overflowing. But I'm excited, and honestly I'm very happy that a lot of the books that I did purchase were for my daughter. That way she can enjoy some good fun reading and have some good fun with her bookmark as well. If you are liking this series, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. to help support the channel so I can make more videos like this for you guys. It is honestly, I am having so much fun with this series, of course, because it gives me an excuse to buy books, but it also gives me a chance to kind of just explore where are the best book buying options. Comment, like, share, and subscribe, and leave your favorite book that you have read this year in the comments. I would love to hear it. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.